the dog trainer, but what he didn't know was that mad dog is not a real dog. He was alone. Because he's a crazy battle freak. As long as there are gangsters rushing through this alley, Guo Jijiang will stand up and clean up a few people, and I heard that when he wasn't in school, you can beat elementary school students. After going to elementary school, he hit middle school students again. He is currently in middle school. I can already teach students in high schools a lesson. It is said that once he has a conflict with people, you have to tear the other party completely to be satisfied. So this Q-in market, also known as the roast war market, guys who know about it usually avoid this place. The man who heard this broke into a cold sweat. I didn't expect it to be so serious. Just as they were about to leave, but a man came here. This person is Emperor Wu, and his purpose here is to tame Guo Jijiang. But the other party came to a clothing store, ready to pick up the clothes ordered before. After seeing Guo Jijiang, the uncle, I simply greeted him. Then take out the clothes that have been made in advance. It's a blue dragon patterned coat. But it made Guo Jijiang excited. I didn't expect this dress. It's even more bitter than I imagined. So he immediately put it on. How effective is asking the boss? Okay, more and more like a punk. Just as Guo Jijiang was about to say something, he noticed the appearance in front of him. I can't help but feel very confused. I haven't seen it for a while. Who is this person up here? Could it be your son? After listening to this, the boss simply replied. He covered the photo on the table. And Guo Jijiang couldn't help but tease each other. I thought you were a smelly. The old bachelor uncle didn't expect to have children. It's incredible. The boss was so angry that he hugged Guo Jijiang directly. Don't look at me now. I was very popular when I was young. Completely different from you. Then he gave Guo Jijiang a suggestion. If you really want to live like a punk, then you must not be alone. But just then, the door was pushed open. There was a group of bad-looking punks. This made Guo Jijiang squint his eyes. The atmosphere doesn't seem right. Meanwhile, on the street, Emperor Huang Wu is still hanging out. He kept looking around. I want to find Guo Jijiang's figure. And all this, all because of simplicity, and he wanted Emperor Wu to recruit Guo Jiking. At first, he refused. After all, he never convinced anyone. But Park Ju told him, if you don't do this, then you can only live forever. Live with the memory of looking up at you when you won. These words raised Emperor Huang Wu's anger. Can't suppress the anger inside. Grab Park's collar. You asked me to do this? If it's just to fool me, then you just wait for the meat to puree. Don't worry, if I recruit him, then it doesn't make sense. After all, solid organizational strength comes from the boss. And anyway, the beast will only be tamed by the beast. So you must be able to make a good impression on him. Thinking about what happened last night, Emperor Wu was angry. So that when he came to the door of the store, I just noticed the situation in front of me. The ground is full of broken glass, and a fallen battery car. I saw blonde hair covered in wounds. The man walks out of the house. He's still swearing. This couldn't help but attract the attention of Emperor Huang Wu. Take a closer look. He just found out that this person was Guo Jijio. Therefore, he took the initiative to ask the other party's identity. After all, I have debugged and reminded myself. Never tame him directly with brute force. Let alone disgust him. Because you want to win him over completely. So you've got to smile. When I think of this, Emperor Huang Wu tried his best to make a kind expression, claiming to have wanted to meet him a long time ago. As a result, Guo Jijiang saw it all over his face. If you want to live, don't strike up a conversation. Get away from me. Then he turned around and left without looking back. Emperor Huangwu was stunned in place. This is also the release of him and Guo Jijiang. At that time, he did not know that it would be. Meet a man who can change his life. He's just gnashing his teeth. I can't wait to kill Guo Jijiang immediately. The man just gave a kind smile. The other party took his ancestors. The 18th generation gave greetings to a batch. The angry emperor martial emperor's eyes suddenly turned red. But Guo Zhejiang doesn't have much soul for this. You get on your scooter and you go rescue people. Although he didn't understand the graves of those guys either. But they are leaving. There are times when the abandoned warehouse in Dahi Cave is mentioned, so he was going to go there first. In the warehouse on the other side. But the screams kept coming. The big one who runs a clothing store. Uncle has made it inhumane. But even so, he still persists. The angry opponent directly gave him a mouth. And the force of this slap. It also made him fall to the ground with the seat attached. But he wouldn't give up. Ask the tree before it leaves. Is there one more thing you didn't say? Only you say that. To erase one's own existence. After saying that, he put the dagger on the uncle's head. After all, the instructions he received were, even if you cut off a few parts of the other party, let him speak too. But at this critical juncture. But there was the sound of a motorcycle engine. Next second, Guo Zhejiang relies on the power of his motorcycle, knocked the man out. This can't help but make the uncle feel very different. I didn't expect Guo Zhejiang to find this place. And a few younger brothers around him came up, ready to teach that kid another lesson. But Guo Zhejiang was full of disdain. He said that he was just given by a narrow store. Limit strength. Otherwise, it will be easy to deal with the 5 of you. But I didn't wait for him to finish speaking. There is a little brother who can't stand it. Want to sneak attack Guo Zhijia from behind. As a result, he was driven away by him on a motorcycle. This scene made several people break out in cold sweat. I'm glad I'm not in a hurry. After all, no one could have imagined that kid played the motorcycle so smoothly. So they changed their strategy. Surround Guo Zhejiang. Don't give him a motorcycle to juggle. This move was also praised by Guo Zhejiang. Admit that a few people still have some brains, and the leader man is very disdainful. I hope the other party can maintain this expression after a while. The uncle endured the pain and roared at Guo Zhejiang. Tell him to run. This is not a children's game. Maybe it will really kill people. But even so, General Guo Zi still did not choose to flee. After all, if you really do that, how do you go out with the dragon pattern in the future? Finish this sentence. He uses the idling of the motorcycle. Created a large cloud of smoke. As a result, several people lost their vision. I didn't know what to do. The leading man was very worried when he saw this. He quickly reminded everyone to be careful. He might come out of nowhere. Result next second. Guo Zhejiang is like a ghost. Appeared behind him. Then there was a sound of fighting from inside the smoke. And that went on for a moment. In the end, only one person came out of it. That's Guo Zhejiang. But he also suffered a lot of injuries. But he didn't care. Come to the uncle and squat down. We started chatting with him. They want to know each other's past. But at this moment, a dreamstick came at him. When the uncle reacted, it's too late to remind Guo Zhejiang. This also led him to accept the episode with his head. It flew out in an instant. I didn't expect it. How can a kid make a mess here? And Guo Jiking also reacted. I know it's the other side's reinforcements coming, but this time, the person who came was obviously without saying a word, he kicked Guo Zhejiang's head. And others came to help. The situation became one-sided. But even so, Guo Zhejiang still felt very afraid. Obviously the same group of people. But they obviously, and the people I met on the street. Not on the same level. Am I really going to admit defeat this time? When Guo Zhejiang was about to give up, Emperor Huangwu actually sent a Karami flying with one punch. And then it's just cleaning up the army. Shoot them one by one. But his original purpose was not them, but to teach Guo Zhejiang a lesson. But they wouldn't listen. You have to rely on more people to take down Emperor Huangwu. He had no choice but to deal with them. However, Mu Zi made Guo Zhejiang feel very shocked. He didn't expect it. In the market, the big guy I met was so strong. But he came to his senses. Then he hesitantly began to apologize. After all, I insulted him before. But just when he wanted to say thank you, Emperor Huangwu's fist was raised high. This scene scared the uncle into a cold sweat. Hurry up and remind Guo Zhijiang to avoid it. But Emperor Huang Wu's fist, his head stopped in front of Guo Zhijiang. No response. What kind of charisma? To make Guo Zhijiang, this mad dog, volunteer to be someone else's subordinate. Just now, Emperor Huang Wu and Park Shi successfully reunited. But when the other party asked about Guo Zhijiang, Emperor Huang Wu said that the guy should forget it. Little did he know that Guo Zhijiang was behind him. This made Emperor Martial Emperor feel very different. I thought the other party was here for revenge. And Park and Z are used to it. Because he already said it. The beast will only be tamed by the beast. And so it was. Next second, Guo Zhijiang asked the 5 emperors to accept him as a younger brother. But it made him very angry. I thought the other party hadn't been taught enough. Fortunately, Park Shi served as a what man? Let Guo Zhijiang say something. Why did you become his subordinate? And Guo Jiking is also very cheerful. When even expressed, it was the first time I had seen such a fist. As a man, isn't it natural to worship the strong? And I think following that big brother, you're going to have a lot of bloody battles. That's enough. When Park Hop heard the sentence, implant themes with each other. It means we are there to cultivate own power. It can destroy Dacian. Federation gives clerks the power to make Emperor Martial Emperor the king of Dacian. So we have to face the battle every day from now on. If you just come to me with a gangster mentality, then it's boring. Although Guo Zhijiang didn't understand a little bit, but he wasn't worried about it. I'm just afraid that the 2 of them are too satisfied with me. So the 3 of them began to discuss the next plan. The first and most important thing is the name. When Guo Zhijiang heard this, he was the first to make recommendations. What about the name King's Army? But Tiao Sui rejected his suggestion. Because Yuan Yuan of the Federation, known as the King of Dacian, this led to the King's Army. Sounds like his direct unit. What about the Emperor Wu Society? But this was still denied by Park Shi. The reason is that it's too ugly. As a result, the name of the force, he said, was Fire Dragon. Guo Zhijiang can't help complaining. It's even worse. In the end, Emperor Martial Emperor gave his own advice. The decision is called the Emperor List. As soon as the sentence comes out, they're both very much in favor. If Yuan Yuan were the king, the Emperor is the Emperor. This is already. It shows his determination to defeat Wen Yuan. After the 3 of them took the name of the force, General Guo was the first to propose the next step. A week later, a few people came to the famous brand clothing recycling store, received the Emperor Gang Group clothing designed by Guo Zhijiang. Black Dragon Coat. Uncle is also very proud of it. After all, this is his ultimate masterpiece. If you sell it, it will cost at least 30 million won. But this time for human reasons. I'll give it to you for free. In that case, then we're really leaving. That's right. Dashu, nothing happened to you after that, right? Don't worry, it's just that the company misunderstood me a little bit. That would be fine. Then he waved goodbye to his uncle. Catch up with the departing 2. This was also the starting point of the Emperor Gang. After today, the 3 began a never-ending march. As the number of battles increases, Huang Debang's reputation also grew day by day. A team of 3, unconsciously, became a well-deserved party. Power can be even so. They didn't stop fighting either. And it didn't take long. Own and the combat effectiveness of the Dacian Federation is comparable. When the man with glasses arrived at the scene, I found that the members here had been wiped out. And all this is done by the Emperor. This also shocked Yuan Yuan. I didn't expect them to do it in such a short time. To form such a powerful force. I thought he was just a loner beast. It seems that he also has good learning ability. Speaking of which, his hand, holding the cup, gradually tightened. Finally, the cup was hard and broken. He was also determined to have a good time with Emperor Huang Wu. Meanwhile, the other side. The Emperor State is still celebrating the Virgin Mary this time. Among them, Guo Zhijiang is the most excited. He actually said that he would not get drunk today. But there is one thing that the feudal Gaul is very puzzled about. Why are fireworks so important? Eat and drink, brother didn't come. Emperor Huangwu didn't care about it. Think it's just a place to eat, drink, and have fun. However, Guo Jijiang said that he just wants to be close to someone. But I haven't had a chance lately. After all, whether it is a banquet or a dinner party, he will never participate. About this, Emperor Huangwu was not as thoughtful as Guo Jijiang thought. So he began to think. Pushy River, why did you encourage yourself to organize something in the first place? He didn't even figure it out on the way back. In the end, Guo Jijiang heard it. Only then did he stop the advancing Emperor Wu. And he gets in the corner and he starts listening. After all, that voice is Park Sui. And the other person in the alley. It is Yu Wenyuan, the king of Deishan. A full-scale war between two gangs is about to begin. But on the eve of the war, the president of the Federation actually came to dig people up in person, not only double the chips. I also left Park Shi a position as the second in command, because the Yellow Emperor can have today's achievements. Most of it is Park Hop's credit. These words made the two eavesdropping on the side nervous. I didn't expect the other party to come and dig people up. And the chips proposed by Yu Wenyuan. It's really exciting. But Article Fit still rejected the other party. The reason is the expansion speed of the Federation. Too slow. If you could unify the Big Iron earlier, then there will be no such organization as the Emperor State at all. This made him very uncomfortable. After all, he wants to see a unified battlefield in Daejeon soon. And the beasts here, kneeling at the feet of a man. So he chose to cooperate with Emperor Huangwu. Because he thinks that's the only way to achieve wishes faster. These words gently raised Yu Wen far away. To know that the Federation has been established since its inception, it only took half a year. The end result is also obvious. The negotiations between the two collapsed directly. Yu Wenyuan, before leaving, don't forget the mockery strip fits. Judging by your impatience, the end of the Emperor Gang is obvious. This is the scene. It also made the two eavesdropping very happy. But Guo Jijiang was very puzzled. Ask help. Why didn't the Lord take this opportunity to kill Clerk Yu? If you go head to head, I feel that you will definitely win. But Emperor Wu said he didn't want to do that. Because what he wants to defeat is not Yu Wenyuan. It's Ota who has an organization like the Federation. King, only his imperial state tore the Federation apart completely. This is the real victory. So he doesn't need to get humbled by chance. Contemptible victory. So Emperor Huangwu held a meeting. Issue instructions to all members starting today. We will start an all-out war with the Daejeon Federation. Finish this sentence. The audience boiled. Raise the momentum of the Emperor Gang. They won the next battle repeatedly. Gradually occupied more territory in the Federation. Without realizing it, they strategically occupied 70% of Daejeon's territory. And it wasn't all smooth sailing. Huangdabang caught in headwinds in several battles. Even with the leadership of two captains, still can't turn the tide. Because the Federation has too many reinforcements. Wave after wave. The Emperor State was caused by continuous fighting. Members here are very tired. Park Shi Hayek I had to give the order to retreat. But just then, there was a sound from the back of the Federation. But it made Guo Jijiang's confidence increase greatly. He knew that this must be the movement of the gang leader's dream. Next second, Emperor Martial Emperor sent 7 or 8 Karami flying with one punch. It shifted the Federation's attention to him. But Park River was shocked. He didn't expect Emperor Martial Emperor to actually formulate a strategy, but he quickly thought of something. I feel that Emperor Martial Emperor is just relying on his own way. Find your place. With the route behind the Federation. The momentum of the Emperor Gang suddenly rose sharply. Want to push them back again. So the two sides fought again. Although the Federation has a numerical advantage, but still can't end the battle. And Park Shu saw the reason at a glance. It's Emperor Wu, borrowing extreme strength to circulate the battle situation, just like a king of beasts. He couldn't help but think of Yu Wenyuan, what I said to myself that day. Look at your eagerness. You can guess the end of the imperial state. You can see the current situation. I don't seem to be wrong. Even Guo Jijiang couldn't help but sigh. Gangmaster is really not on the same level as us. If this continues, maybe we'll get back to our senses. I found that Daejeon had been completely unified. Meanwhile, the other side. The Federation also launched a general meeting, discussed the reasons for the defeat on the front lines, but it made everyone sweat. I had to keep apologizing to the president. The angry Yuan punched a row of members. Because that's not the answer he's looking for. What he wants, it's a plan that can sweep away the bastards of the Emperor Gang. Just when the atmosphere is depressing, a hand went up in the crowd. I'm sorry to interrupt the scene of everyone being punished together. But can I just say one thing? But at this time, Yuan was angry. He came up to the man. Who is he? You know what? A war requires many characters. You need soldiers on the battlefield. You also need generals who stand in the front and command the soldiers. And most importantly, the king who leads everyone. Then for the king. What is the most important existence? Soldier or general? None of this is right. It is to assist the king in making the correct judgment, by accurately anticipating, and countermeasures to design the staff of the battle situation in which I can play the role. The Upper Federation turned against the wind, provided you listen to what I have to say from now on. The person who came was the future chief of staff and superior. You know, for the king. What role is the most important? Soldiers who are charging on the battlefield? Or the general standing in the front commanding the soldiers? None of this is right. The most important thing is to assist Wang in making a correct judgment, by accurately anticipating, and countermeasures to design the staff of the battle situation and the guy who is perfect for the role. Only this high school student in front of me. But his request was, Yuan starts from now on. Just listen to what he has to say. This speech caused others to comment. Even Yuan was extremely unhappy with him. Just grab him by the neck. Lift him up high. Threatened him to tell the truth. How did you get in here? This move made Lu Shangkai instantly sweat coldly. Quickly apologize. And said that there are also spies of Emperor Wu here. Do you want to know? After obtaining Yuan's permission, he exposed the information of the spy. Name Kim Kil-han. The identity is a student of Yuanshan Middle School, joined the Federation about a month ago. But he has another identity. That is Park, the captain of the 1st Brigade of the Emperor Gang. Suitable subordinates. As soon as the sentence comes out, Jin Zihan's face was instantly uncalm. Hastily denied, but the man with glasses came to him. Tell Kim to take out his phone. This is the only way to prove your innocence. But Kim was clearly hesitant. The man with glasses saw this and asked several people to catch him. Found the phone in his sleeve. Found out that he not only turned on the recording, there is also Park Sui's contact record in the mobile phone. After confirming the identity, Yuan put Lu Shangkai down. Tell the others to pull him down and interrogate him. Dahui wants to talk to him in person. A week later, Federation, actually, send a small team of troops to attack Emperor Huangwu. It was ridiculous in the eyes of others. It's like sheep into the tiger's mouth. So they rushed up without hesitation. And the reason why the Federation did this? Because it was the chief of staff's plan. He also knows that little force can't get rid of their king at all. After all, his real target is not Emperor Huangwu. Yuan guessed. His goal is to lead Park Si-ha. But the chief of staff denied the speculation. Because Park Si-ha is a suspicious person. He is not belligerent, they prefer defense. And it worked out. When Park Shi learned of the news, asked the other party how many there are in total. But they only sent 30 people. In this way, Park Shi feels very different. Ready to wait and see. No hurry to go. After all, if the Federation is playing a game of distraction, we will lose a lot. By the way, please contact the 2nd Brigade. Keep them on standby. But it's too late. As a madman, Guo Jijiang of the dog has already rushed over with his men, and he was furious about it. Unexpectedly, the Federation dared to attack Emperor Huangwu, the chief of staff's goal this time. It is Guo Zi, the captain of the 2nd Brigade of the Emperor Gang. Zhang Ta dispatched 14 cadres for this purpose. and the strength of 2 squads. This forced Guo Jijiang to stop the car. I couldn't help but scold. Why so unlucky? But he still got into a fight with the opposite side. But Guo